In this video, I'm gonna be speaking about spirituality when it comes to your mindset and what the Bible says about it. But this is gonna be one of those videos where it's gonna get kind of deep, so you're gonna have to lock in and really listen in order to keep up and catch what I'm saying. And I wrote this down too. When stuff get deep and I don't want to miss nothing, I'll write it down so I'll make sure that I don't miss nothing. Where to start though? Let me see. Oh, before I even get into the message of this video, I just want to clarify this one thing. I know I speak about God when it comes to like success and delivering his promises and um, making sure that you lock in and pursue his kingdom so that you can receive his promise and things like that. But God is so much more than just a deliverer. And I mean, he's a promise keeper and he's a deliverer and he'll make a way out of no way for you. All of the above. He's all of that, but he's a lot more. You know what I'm saying? He can be your strength and like your place of like that you like say your place of refuge, but like your place that you can go and somebody that you can pray to and confide in. Why did I just look like that? Anyway, a place where you can go to and confide, somebody you can confide in rather than speaking to people when you going through something, because people run their mouth and they go spread your business all around the town or whatever the case may be. But if you lock in and get into a relationship with God, you can go pray to God about your issues and whatever you got going on in your life, and just that could be a place of solitude, man. So God is so much more than just a way out. um, so I just want to clarify that I don't only follow God for what he can do for me. I follow God because of who he is and all the things, the totality of what he provides. Okay, so that said, getting into the topic of what I was saying about spirituality and mindset. The Bible says, and a lot of people get nervous when it comes to going on a walk with God and getting to learn the Bible and things like that, because it's a mindset thing at the end of the day. Us going on a spiritual journey, especially, going on a spiritual journey is a lot of it, a big part of it is about mindset and shifting your mindset and growing your mindset, coming to understand a lot of things about the world that you didn't know before. And that scares a lot of people because they feel like, or they might believe that they like it's a brainwashing thing or something like that. But a lot of folks don't realize that the way that you look at the world right now, like you're already brainwashed. You're already asleep to a lot of how this world really works. A lot of people are, not everybody, but a lot of people are. Some people are enlightened, but a lot of people are still asleep. And I'm gonna get into that later on in the message. But a lot of people get nervous to um, learn about God and to get spiritual because it's about mindset, and a lot of people think that they already know how the world works, and a lot of people don't realize that the way that they look at the world, they were indoctrinated and taught to look at the world that particular way by people who may not necessarily have been enlightened. So getting on going on a spiritual journey and locking in with God is not something to be afraid of. It's something to really look forward to, and something to really like go into with an open mind, ready to have your mind renewed me see. The Bible says, be transformed not by the ruining of your mind, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. It's not God's intention to ruin anybody's mind. In fact, a lot of folks' minds, like I said, are already ruined by how they was raised and how they was brought up. The way that they was taught that how the world worked is really not how the world works. So locking in with God and getting on a spiritual journey and building a relationship, you start to learn more things about how this world really works and how it is really ran spiritually before physically. But I'm gonna get into all of that. But like I said, the Bible says, be transformed not by the ruining of your mind, but by the renewing of it. Renew your mind. A big part about a mindset shift and letting go of old habits and toxic ways that keep you stuck in a life of struggle and drama, and basically inviting God in and allowing God to upgrade your mentality to one that can sustain his blessings once he does decide to finally bless you. Yeah. Because God can't bless a mess. God does not bless a mess. So if you in a mess, your mindset, your mind state is in a mess, he can't bless you. If you still think like a menace and a delinquent, because you're just going to fuck off the blessing and end right back up where you started, because ultimately it's not your circumstances that keep you trapped. It's how you think about your circumstances that keep you trapped. And the mindset that you choose to approach every day with that determines how your day is going to go. So do you have a mindset to complain about your circumstances, or do you wake up with the mindset to get up and go change them? And do you think about changing them the right way or the wrong way? It's a mindset thing. What does your mind tell you? And God, like I said, the spiritual walk and the spiritual journey is about being renewed, being transformed by the renewing of your mind so that you can sustain blessings and success the right way and not just fuck it off. That's why God got to test you before he bless you. That's why he takes you on this spiritual journey that I've been on. And if he sees that you can be faithful over a little, if he sees that you can be faithful over the little that he gives you, then he knows that he can trust you with a lot. He can trust you with the big blessings. In the Bible, it talks about how in the end times, when Jesus returns, the dead will be brought back to life, or something to that effect. And before I really understood what that meant, I'm like, okay, yeah, right. Like, huh? I'm like, that'll be the day. Like when dead folks start coming back to life, all right, that'll be something to see. Like if that's truly what's gonna happen. But what I didn't understand and what I didn't realize, like I said, like once you get on, once you get on the walk, once you start learning about spirituality and locking in with God, it renews your mind. You start to learn new things, the right things, and things of that nature. Like so. But the Bible wasn't talking about physically. The Bible wasn't talking about physically dead people raising up from the grave. What I didn't know. Anyway, the Bible wasn't talking about physically dead people being raised up from the grave. It's speaking about spiritually dead people who are just basically existing in this world physically. Like I said, you got the fit. I ain't gonna go too deep into that right now. But it's speaking about spiritually dead people who are just existing. Like, yes, they're physically existing. You're alive, you exist physically, and technically you're living a life. But spiritually, you're unaware of the spiritual laws and the principalities that govern this world. So, yes, you wake up, You go through the motions, you live out your day, you do whatever you do, and you experience this world physically, but you're unaware, spiritually dead, for real, walking dead to how this world really works and what really goes on. So yeah, you wake up every day and you see the world for how you were raised and brought up to see it. But you could very well have been raised and taught about the world by other people who are spiritually dead themselves, or spiritually asleep too. In the spirit realm, they call these people unconscious or asleep. Basically like the living dead, for real. It's like you're alive and you're living a life, but you really are in la la land compared to what really goes on in this world. This world is spiritual first and physical second. This journey I've been on right now, they call it a spiritual awakening experience, because God is opening my eyes to the spiritual aspects that influence and control the world and how we all exist in it, basically. That's why you see all these politicians going crazy these days, and these billionaires and all of these folks who basically have been ruling the world and running the world for so long, going crazy now, talking about woke culture, woke culture, woke culture. Everything is woke. We got to end woke culture. And that's because unconscious or dead, spiritually dead people are waking up and realizing, damn, I've been lied to my whole life. I've been lied to my whole entire life. People don't run this world. God does. God runs this world. This is God's kingdom. And people will lie to you and they'll have you believe that they do. But those are people that are on assignment by the devil to oppress and control you and to make you believe that they're in charge. And that's cap. They are not in charge. God runs this. God runs this world. Even in America, the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag says that America is one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. America is one nation under God. No human being in this country runs this country. No human being in this world runs this world. This is God's property. This is God's kingdom. And if you weren't brought up to believe that and to understand that, and you were brought up to believe that the billionaires and the white folks and the politicians and and all these people run the world, be renewed, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Lock in with God. It's a spiritual awakening. A lot of folks are dead, spiritually dead. And it's time to wake up. And that's why these politicians and these folks, you see them going crazy, like, end woke culture. We got to end woke culture. It's basically in what they're saying, woke. Like, why would you not want somebody to be woke? You see what I'm saying? They want to end woke culture because people are waking up to the fact that we have been lied to our entire lives, and no human being runs this world. This is God's world. Spiritual people are spiritually awakening. It's a spiritual thing. This world is spiritual before it's physical. You get what I'm saying? So if you don't realize that and you just walking around this world like just existing, then you sleep. You unconscious. In the spirit realm, they call you unconscious. If you're not aware of the spiritual laws and principalities that govern this world and how spirituality influences this world first before everything takes place in the physical, then you're unconscious, spiritually dead, walking dead, basically. So these folks running around in woke culture, and we're not getting ready to do that. Let's see, where was I? God runs this country and this world. This is God's kingdom, and it's all spiritual. All these conspiracy theories about the all-seeing eye, that's printed on money, and with all the triangles and the pyramids and all of that, is really not that complicated to understand and to decode, really. Some people are, well, what it means is that some people are enlightened about the spiritual principalities that govern this world, and they're spiritually awake. And some people are walking around unconscious and aware, and they are spiritually dead. They don't realize about how this world really works. Pagans and Gentiles, slaves to sin, is basically what people like this are referred to also in the Bible. Unsaved people who exist in the devil's carefully crafted facade, asleep, dead, but a lot of who are waking up. A lot of us are waking up, because I was too. When I'm describing these people who were spiritually unconscious, like the Walking Dead, that was me. That's how I know it's possible, because before I got on this walk and started being transformed by the renewing of my mind, I didn't understand the spiritual aspects of how this world worked. I was just waking up, existing physically, thinking that whatever I put my effort into is going to yield what it's going to yield. Like, I did my best to do the right thing, you see what I'm saying? But I didn't understand that people don't run this world. I didn't understand that somebody coming from the bottom of the bottom could truly go to the top of the upper echelon of this world without being stopped by people. Because if God decides to bless you, there ain't no limit to where you can go in this world. People can't stop you. People can't stop God from blessing you. I don't care how many billions of dollars they got or how many influential people they know across the world or whatever the case may be. If God decides to bless you, this is God's kingdom. You getting blessed. Ain't nobody gonna stop it. And folks that been running this world hate that. They really hate that. Oh, woke culture this, woke culture that. We gotta end woke culture. These people waking up, y'all. We losing our grip, y'all. We losing our grip, y'all. End woke culture. Stop them from waking up. That's really how they want to say it. That's how they say it when they get in that car, boy. Anyway, yeah, that's why they want to end woke culture. But like, no, stop trying to convince or stop trying to keep everybody asleep and spiritually unaware of what's really going on and who really run this. God run this. Y'all don't run this. And y'all can't stop people from waking up. And I'm telling y'all better wake up, man. If you're watching this video, like I said, lock in and really pay attention to what I'm saying. Like, because if you don't understand the spiritual principalities, then you're asleep. So wake up. It's time to wake up. Like, this is me getting you to wake up. I'm telling you about how this goes on. I'm not just speaking so that you can watch this video and enjoy. I'm telling you what the hell is going on so that you can take note and you can wake up and lock in with God. And stop living like pagans and Gentiles. That third eye, the all-seeing eye, symbolically, they usually place it in the center of your forehead. They call it the all-seeing eye, which basically means that your mind is awake. You can see your mind is awake. It's not sleep. It's all-seeing, and it sees the world for what it is. It means you're enlightened. You're spiritually awake. You understand that politicians don't run this world. Politicians and billionaires don't run this world. At the end of the day, God does. And it's the end of the days, or it's the end of days, and the dead are awakening, and woke culture is alive and well, and it's picking up momentum. So let's wake up, y'all. Let's go. Be safe today. Stay out the way. Take everything one step at a time, one day at a time. Focus on finding yourself and finding your purpose. I love you, King V. H&R.